lovely friends. Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here, and I'm back with you today for something a little special. At least I think it's a little special. I am going to show you my releases for Needlework Expo 2022. As many of you know, this is my first time doing Needlework Expo, my first time doing a wholesale trade show. So I'm excited and nervous, and I am pretty much on schedule for being prepared, which is, for me, the most important thing. In fact, for me, being prepared means, or being on schedule for being prepared means I'm a week ahead of schedule, which is where I want to be, so I'm not panicking. My new releases, I am thrilled with them. I think they all turned out lovely, and I hope you do too. So let's get started. First and foremost, Antonia Rosel y Garcia, 1886. This is a Spanish reproduction sampler. I showed you the original several floss tubes ago when I first got it off of eBay. It is this faded colorway on the front, brighter colors on the back. So I have charted this in two colorways. Sylvia Perez Hardy is stitching up the bright colorway, the model for the bright colorway for me, so I do not have that yet ready to show you, but she is working away on it, and I will have it for you in the not too distant future. But anyways, Antonia has been my companion for about a month. She went down to Phoenix with me. Did a lot of stitching while I was there, finished it up the week after we got back. Yeah, I'm thrilled with it. This is charted, the main model floss is Vicki Clayton's silks, hand-dyed fibers. Again, the that will be for both the faded and the bright colorway. That is what the model is stitched in. I have provided conversions, however, for both over-dyed flosses and for DMC, should you choose to use those instead of the silks. Vicki will have the silk packs available in her shop whenever this is released. So this is a Spanish sampler, as I mentioned, and there are several indications of that in the alphabets. Some of them are just purely what we know as our alphabet, but some of them do have the Spanish letters in them, and I have to look through and see where those are. And there are some letters missing. I know that there are some of you that prefer the full alphabet as we know it today, because this is an antique reproduction. There are some letters missing. So let's see. Looking, it's kind of hard to tell in these fancy styles what's what. G-H-I-J-K. I think there's a K missing here. This is actually an L here. So the K is missing in this one. In the green one, let's see, the K is there. None of the Spanish ones are there. In the blue one, she has the Y in place of an I for the alphabet there. In the small letters, she has the Y also in the Rust alphabet, and she also has the umlaut over that. I'm not quite sure why, but that, if you know Spanish, you know there's a double L that sounds like a Y. That is what that represents. You will also see in the small alphabet, she has a regular N and the N with the tilde to represent the nya sound. She ran out of room for the blue alphabet, so it ends on X, so you don't get the rest of the alphabet there. And I just think all those things just add that little bit of charm to it. She also missed the spacing a bit up here where the peach alphabet is above the purple alphabet, so the Y and the N touch there. You know, just little bits of idiosyncrasies like that. I do want to point out, and I'm going to try to remember, I haven't actually created the PDF for this yet. So I'm going to try to remember to put this in the notes in the PDF, but there is a place, for the most part, the border is even. It is the same all around, except the flowers are oriented differently on each side, except for, I need to find it without my glasses. That's always the trick. The little flower next to the Z. Usually there are 5 spaces in between. You can see the flowers kind of sit in between the blue vine. And there's 5 spaces in between the end of the blue vine and the start of the next blue vine. In this one area next to the Z, there's only 4 spaces. So that is the only place in the border that there's a discrepancy. And like I said, I'm going to try to remember to put that in the notes in the pattern so people will be aware of that. So you don't just kind of go blindly through stitching and then come up uneven at the bottom. So I think that's all the idiosyncrasies. I love how it turned out. The frame I got, I did frame this myself. The frame I got at a company on Etsy called Modern Wall Frames. They don't have a huge choice, but they do have enough that I was able to find something for both this and the Palace of the Winds one. So that one I will be framing myself as well. They provide the frame, they provide an acid-free foam core. You could get, they don't do glass, they do plexiglass, and I guess there is such a thing as museum quality plexiglass, but I opted not to get any of that on this. Super fast service, so pleased. They put bumpers on the back to cushion against the wall. They provide a hanger. And it's custom, they were able to do custom size. They do have sizes listed on their items in their Etsy shop, but I contacted them and said I needed a special size, and they made it for me. So super pleased with that. This is stitched on 40 count antique lace by Seraphim. Antique lace is such a gorgeous fabric. I mean, it's just perfect for this. So, and like I said, Vicky Clayton silk. So I am thrilled with that. The bright colorway that Sylvia is stitching is on 36 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. And I hope to get a photo from her fairly soon to be able to share with you all. All right, next up, Carolyns Balloons Autumn. Now, I mentioned this in my last floss tube that Carolyn Zook, C Zook Stitch, C, the letter C Zook Stitch here on YouTube as well as Instagram. Carolyn Zook on, I guess she has a C Zook Stitch Facebook page as well. Anyway, she requested that I make a pattern of Quakers and hot air balloons. And that instantly sparked all kinds of ideas in my head. First and foremost was having a little village with the hot air balloons flying over top. Now, this has had several different renditions. I sent the different ideas to both Carolyn and to Maria Kutzner, who is my go-to for all kinds of sanity checks. Thank you, Maria, for putting up with me. So yeah, we went back and forth. They gave me their honest opinion on different things. And this was the end result. So I'm very pleased with this. This is the first in a series. So this is autumn. Of course, winter will be next. I already have ideas churning in my brain for how winter is going to look. It's going to be basically the same with a village and balloons with Quakers in them and various other things scattered around, but different colors, a little bit different of an arrangement probably. But anyways, this is stitched on a 46 count light nougat by XJU Design. The flosses are all over dyed flosses, but there will also be a DMC conversion in the pattern. So super thrilled with this. Carolyn is also stitching this. She is using 32 count, I don't remember, like a gray, smoky gray, stormy gray, and she is using the called for over dyed flosses as well. So that is that. Super thrilled with that. And last but not least for my new releases is my samplings of lace for autumn. I'll show you it like this first. If you remember, samplings of lace summer was the purple. So, and these are based on my seasons in lace. So I've taken motifs from the seasons in lace, rearranged them, resized them, did different things with them to come up with samplings of lace. So this is the one with the mandala in the corner. This is stitched with the MPI silks, the same as Seasons in Lace. And this is on the same fabric that I stitched Seasons in Lace on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart. And then the strawberry. Again, many, many thanks to Maria for finishing this for me. I did finish the one for summer myself. It was my first strawberry. I asked Maria to do this one because I knew I would be so stressed with everything else that I had to do to get ready that I needed to take this off my plate, and she very kindly did it for me. So 3 different colors of felt. She made some little leaves for it, very cute, and just wonderfully, wonderfully put together. Again, many thanks, Maria. So that is Samplings of Lace Autumn, Fall, Autumn, I think. It's Seasons in Lace Fall, Samplings of Lace Autumn. Okay, so Needlework Expo is coming up August 27th to 29th, and that's when these will be released. For those of you who don't know, Needlework Expo is an online show. It is virtual. It came about as a replacement originally for Nashville Needlework Market when Nashville had to be canceled in 2020 because of COVID. It has since become a fall show. So we now have Nashville in March in person, and this one in August, a virtual one, in August every year. So virtual means that it's basically kind of like, think of it as a Zoom type of setup, although it's not on Zoom, it's on a separate type of technology. But it is basically a Zoom setup where I will be sitting here in a Zoom meeting type of thing, and the store owners will come into my booth, into my room, and hopefully to get to know me and place orders. As you can see, things are rather chaotic behind me. I did get my trunk show back from Keepsakes, but I haven't had a chance to kind of put it all back together yet. But I will have it back together, so this will be my backdrop that the store owners see, and I will have the new ones available to show up close. My request for you is, if you have a local store that you love to shop at and you think the store owners would love my work and would love to carry me, I would love it if you would talk to them and invite them to visit me at the show. Of course, being a new exhibitor at Expo, I am new to most shops. I would say most shops out there aren't aware of me, aren't aware of my designs. So all of my designs are new to them, besides my new releases. So we'll see, what the interest is. If you are interested in placing pre-orders with them, let them know. Yeah, just like any other designer, let your shop know that you're interested in my designs. I would love that, and I would be very thankful for that. I have no idea, of course, how this is going to go. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. So yeah, if you can help me out a little bit with that, I would love it. I also wanted to let you know that Stitch Happiness is now available in my Etsy shop, at Fat Quarter Shop as well. Everything Cross Stitch, I have not checked to see if they have it yet. And I don't think 123 Stitch has placed any orders yet for it, but it is available out there, so you'd let people know. Your shops again as well, if you would like them to carry it. This is the one that was the freebie, or not the freebie, the exclusive at StitchCon 2022. And it is now available just for general purpose out there, general purchase for everybody. Words. Yeah, so I think that is all I had to share for you today. Oh, I also wanted to let you know I have put together a newsletter that I will be sending out more information on the new releases like stitch count, finished design size. I know a lot of you are already signed up for my newsletter. I will put a link below to the website so you can sign up for that if you're interested. So in my newsletter going forward, I will be hopefully consistently letting you know about new releases, any activities I'm involved in, shows I'm going to do like Stitch West. I have signed up for Stitch West, and I do plan on having a table of my patterns there for sale. So all that kind of information, plus any free designs that I create along the way, I will be letting you guys know via the newsletter, as well as, you know, I'll still be doing floss tubes and all that kind of thing. Just another way to keep in touch, and you know, there will be special things for the newsletter subscribers too. So like I said, I will link that below for you to sign up if you're interested. I promise not to inundate you. I very much won't inundate you, because I'm not, you know, I have to make it a habit of being consistent with these types of things. Okay, I think that is all. I appreciate you joining me today. I will probably not be back with a regular floss tube until after the show. If things do go as smoothly as I hope, getting the rest of the things done that I need to get done for the show, I plan on starting to work on Palace of the Winds and getting that pulled together to release, although I don't think I'll have it together in time for the show. Next on my agenda will be starting to design the Christmas one that I will be collaborating with Maria on for the project bag, as we did last year. So that is very near to on my radar to get started on. So yeah, I think that's about it in my design world. I am going to do at a special request from my friend Margene, I'm going to start doing more Stitch with Me's. I know there's several of you that like the Stitch with Me's, and the first one I'm going to do after Expo is going to be kind of to share my Expo experience with you. So, can look forward to that. All right, that's it, guys. I will be sharing on all the social media things, like I said, newsletter. Talk to your LNS if you're interested in them carrying my designs. And I will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Love you guys. Bye-bye.